Hey, John Eats Cheap. We posted a picture a couple nights ago. We had fish tacos, shrimp tacos, and they were fantastic. This is something that's kind of new to us. We didn't start doing these until a couple years ago, and really just kind of kicked up the game very recently by, we were on vacation and had some, and they had a slaw on them instead of lettuce, and we really, really loved that. So now I'm gonna start off, I got the shrimp thaw and start out by making the slaw that goes on, which we put on instead of lettuce. I use cabbage. I use just the slaw mix, coleslaw mix. And this stuff really is, I don't mind making a lot because, you know, just finish it with a spoon. It really is that good. So start off just the slaw mix, and this is really pretty simple. You add some fresh squeezed lime juice. And I'm sorry, I don't have exact amounts on this. You know, it doesn't take a lot of lime juice. So I'm just gonna drizzle a little lime juice on there.
Well, it's one of those things you taste it and
Yeah,
it's right.
yeah.
If it's not,
that was probably a tablespoon and a half. Little bit of olive oil, not a lot.
would you say a drizzle?
Yeah, a drizzle. I mean, that was probably, and we'll probably be adding a little bit more. That was probably half a tablespoon was all. We go with some salt, that kosher salt. And for this, I know I usually poo-poo the fresh cracked black pepper, but I really like it better on this. I like to bite into it and get a little chunk of that pepper once in a while. It just goes great in such a fresh tasting, because this is what really makes it fresh. I got some diced onion. I love finely diced onion, and fresh cilantro, which I am a fan of. It really has its unique taste for these tacos. All right, gonna mix this up a little bit. See, I'm probably gonna need a little more stuff here, but we did a test batch and just tried it like this, real basic, and I let Mrs. Cheap try it, and she said it needs something a little sweet. So I thought, well, I don't wanna add sugar, we'll add honey. So just a drizzle of some honey. It's kind of chilly in here today, so my honey isn't drizzling real well. Little bit of honey. Let's see if that'll be enough. I'll put it upside down again. And then just mix this up until it looks like everything's coated. Like I said, I can tell I'm gonna need a little more of the liquids. But that's because I didn't start off with a, specific amount of slaw mix. So we're just gonna go a little bit more lime juice, a little bit more olive oil, drizzle, and mix until it's all mixed up. Then we'll give it a taste. This goes so good. Fish tacos, shrimp tacos. We're gonna do shrimp tonight. Now that's about how liquidy you want it, just so it kind of glistens a little bit. I'll take a little out here and get a little taste of the slaw. Oh, that cilantro, I love that. That's it right there. That's all you need. Really fresh taste. Gonna cover it and put it in the fridge and pick up with our next ingredients. All right, so I have my shrimp thawed. These are 16 to 20 count, fresh time. They were on sale this week for $4.99 a pound. I got a little, this is Penzeys fajita seasoning. I have a homemade one I make sometimes too. Just gonna sprinkle a little of that on the shrimp. I took the peels off just to get a little fajita seasoning on there. And then I've got kind of a half flour, half cornstarch mix. Now you can make these gluten-free. Don't use the flour, just the cornstarch. And if you use corn tortillas like we do, that makes it, gluten-free. Check everything to make sure, because it has to be 100% pure cornstarch to be gluten-free. But just season those shrimp up. I put them on a paper towel and pressed them just to get the extra water out. But then this is just like a quarter to a half a cup each of all-purpose flour and cornstarch. And that's about the perfect mix to give it just a light, crispy, breaded coating. heating up some oil, and we're just gonna cook these shrimp real quick. So there you go. Mix them up in there. Yes, you could do this in a Ziploc as well. So there, just get a good coating on them like that. We're heating up a little vegetable oil. We'll cook these and get ready for shrimp tacos.
Why don't you just season the flour instead of the shrimp?
Well, you know what? When I do chicken, I do that if it's all flour. With shrimp, it's small enough. I season the shrimp, and enough of the seasoning from the shrimp gets into the cornstarch flour mixture. If you get too much seasoning in the flour, I think it kind of burns the seasoning a little bit because you're just frying seasoning in oil. So I don't know. I'm probably all wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I may be, but that's the way I do it. I don't know. All right, oil is hot. Our dusted shrimp, and these don't take very long at all. Try and get them in there as quick as you can so that they can come out and, you know, kind of all be done at the same time. If you put them in too slow, some of them will get way more done than the others. Space them out. Don't want to crowd the pan too much.
Careful.
Oh, Mrs. Cheap worries about me. It's so sweet.
I don't want to have to cook if you burn your fingers off.
That's true. Yeah, you got a stake in this, huh? So just got to get these until they're crispy and golden. It'll just take a couple of minutes. Just flipping them after, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Shrimp don't take long at all. Now our shrimp are almost done, looking golden brown. They don't get quite as brown if you only do cornstarch. They'll be a little lighter color, but they'll have just that light crunch. White corn tortillas, just gonna get them in here a few seconds each side just to warm them up a little. If you only do one, a lot of times there's just enough moisture that they'll fall apart. So we like to do a double. Good restaurants will do that. They'll give you a double corn tortilla.
I thought that was so you had two tacos. If the first one started falling out, all the stuff fell out, you could have an extra taco.
Yeah, well, that's true too. If you have too much filling, you just make your own extra. So there we go. Our warm tortillas, our crispy shrimp. Get these in here. Get about 4 per taco. And add some of our good slaw, and you can see that's picked up a lot more of that flavor. Boy, I love that stuff. And you know what? We'll get our queso fresco. This stuff crumbles up nicely on top. We don't like shredded cheddar, something like that. Just a little of this stuff. Really good cheese. A little bit more. Then we're going to add that leftover rice. Yellow saffron rice.
Put some cheese on that too.
Oh, I am too. We'll put a little salsa on it too. I love salsa on my rice. Look at that, the Mad Butcher. This is the medium, I believe. Put that right on top. Little of that queso fresco. And that's the shrimp tacos. Thanks for, saying, oh, show us how to make it. Show us how to make it. When we were on vacation in LA, we had the best beans. Everybody gives refried beans. These were like whole beans for the most part. And they were so good. And I'm trying to find a really good bean recipe. If you have one, let me know. Send me links or, someplace where I can try and figure it out. But a really good bean, not just the pureed refried beans. But that's it. Shrimp tacos, do it with fish. It can easily be gluten-free with a side of the rice. John Eats Cheap. Thanks for wanting to see it. That's how we do it. We're ready to eat. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Follow us. Thanks for watching. Share. John Eats Cheap.